Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Saturday Night Music Club number 5 here at Brent's place for the second time in a row. And for those of you guys that watch this Saturday Night Music Club series regularly, you will know that we choose a normal 2-record theme. So tonight we chose 2 records to play. But first off, before that, I'd like to introduce Jonathan over here. New to our videos here. For those of you guys in the vinyl community, you will know Jonathan's name, Jonathan Salisbury, correct? From the vinyl community Facebook page. So he's joining us here. And I'm going to have a link for everyone's channel down in the description box below. So please subscribe. Jonathan does not actively shoot videos on YouTube here. But perhaps if you guys convince him Sorry! James Todd, always messing it up. He is like a child. He's like a baby Wolverine or something. So anyways, leave some comments, convince Jonathan here to make some videos. He's got a great collection, great taste in music, and he's a cool guy. So, 2-record theme. The first record had to have been a release. One of our favorite, each of us, one of our personal favorite albums of 2013. Didn't necessarily have to be our favorite album, but one of our favorite records from 2013. And then James had this great idea for the second one where we do a white elephant, where we would either go out and buy a record or whatever. $10 was the limit, although someone over and someone grossly under. And it was a record, and then we would wrap it up. We would do this random choosing, and then whatever record that person ended up with, that was the second record we played, which was really cool, and it was fun, and it was good for this Christmas season.
So glad I didn't go first.
Yeah, James actually ended up going first, but we'll get to that. It's exciting. So we're going to start off here with 2013, and Dream Pop Jesse brought this fancy display. He whittled this, now playing out of a piece of driftwood, a single piece. So that's going to be what we're talking about. Those of you guys watch my Friday on the Turntable video, you will recognize that I featured Chelsea Wolf's Pain is Beauty for my recent Friday on the Turntable video, and I was very excited. Her record label, Sargent House, actually reposted it and thanked me for shooting the video, which was really cool. So this is her 4th album, Pain is Beauty, 2013, one of my favorite albums of the year. Brent, what was your opinion?
Really great. I wanted to hear this record for a while, so I'm glad I got to hear it. Probably gonna buy it now that I've heard it. So
excellent. Dream Pop.
I really loved it. It's kind of something along the lines of like Zola Jesus a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, definitely.
I enjoyed it.
James, you're probably the only one that had previously heard it, right?
yeah, on CD.
On CD, compact disco.
Yeah, I have it on compact disc.
Silver disc pressing.
So
Well,
Yes, correct.
So, how do you like it?
I like it. This is my 4th album.
Yeah, it's her 4th album, as I said. Chill.
So, what? Well, oh yeah, you said that. Well, I mean, and then she also released a live album at the end of last year or at the beginning of this year. I like it. I mean, she's definitely increased her sound and textures as she's going on with her music now.
Yeah, for sure. Jonathan, what you think?
It's the first time hearing her. I really like her voice. It's really good.
Is it? Yeah, she has definitely, I think, a really, really great voice. All right, Brent, 2013, show what was one of your favorite releases of the year.
This actually was my favorite release of the year. Man the Clan Records put out Raw Nerves.
Futile Efforts, huh?
Yeah, Futile Efforts. They're a band out of Portland. They've been around for 5 years. They just got a new singer, so this is the first album, I believe, with their new singer. This album actually, I think, took about 1.5 years to make. It's pretty awesome. It's good. Really, if you're into punk, it's a really good punk record. They did it right. The first press actually was on vinyl, on blue vinyl.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, only 200 of the blue made. Pretty awesome.
Looks like you can eat it.
Yeah, it does look good.
Probably
Yeah.
could, but
Jesse, what'd you think?
I enjoyed it because it really actually kind of did break up the monotony of like we all kind of chose something a little mellow. Tonight.
Yeah. There's definitely a good. I mean, you had James over there put on a motorcycle helmet and was doing some sort of like an interpretive Scandinavian dance.
This will be available in the outtakes.
Yeah.
It's funny that you said Scandinavian because actually, I believe a lot of their influences are Scandinavian.
Really?
Yeah.
See,
so-
I'm good, bro.
Yeah.
I know.
There you go.
James, what'd you think of it? Not your thing.
It was okay.
Okay.
I mean, I know I danced to it and it was alright, but when I finally sat down and listened to it,
Yeah. After the initial segment of your dance wear off, you didn't really enjoy it.
I kind of was like,
It's not for everyone. I think
It's
you
not,
agree
no.
with that.
No.
I mean, if you're a punk fan, you need this album. If you're not,
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't
Jonathan?
I dug it. Had really good energy to it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
You know what's funny is when it started up, it reminded me, not that it sounded like it, but it reminded me of Nirvana's Bleach.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't know if you agree with that, but it had a real rawness, raw nerves.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of liked it. It was short. I mean, was this 45 RPM,
Yeah, it's
right?
45 RPM.
So when it went by pretty quick, it broke up the monotony. It was cool. Man in Decline is a cool independent label. So, yeah, raw nerves. I enjoyed it. Yeah, definitely.
kind of reminded me of Bouncing Souls. No.
Not at all.
I'm kidding.
Okay. James.
kidding.
James. Saturday Night Music Club number 6 will not feature James talking. Alright, Dream Pop Jesse. One of your favorites of 2013.
This one,
Bring it.
this is one of my favorites of 2013. It's probably obvious to a few, but I chose Travis' new album.
Where You Stand? Is that what's
Where
on?
You Stand. This album's great. It had Moving, the second track.
What?
Moving is the second track, and it's really great. It's got
That's the name of the song.
Yeah, Moving.
Okay, I thought it was a vinyl technique.
Sorry, no.
First track's name.
But it's got them in the video. It's, if anybody watches it, it's got them and there's little images of people running or like a whale like projected onto their breath. So there's like no overdubs, and it was just really creative. And the album's really cool. It's like a fresh return for Travis.
Was this their first album in how long?
Well, from 2007.
Okay, so we
until
got a
now,
6
so
year
you got
break.
like a 6-year break.
James, what did you think of it?
I
He's texting.
No, I wasn't texting.
He was texting throughout the whole
No,
side.
I wasn't. I wasn't even texting at all.
No, he was on
I,
Friendster.
I love Friendster with the Asians, you know.
Chat roulette. He was chat roulette while this was playing.
No,
Weird.
His Friendster's really big.
Okay, how'd you like it?
Move on.
How'd you like it?
I actually
Chat roulette. Keep going.
no.
Chat roulette. How'd you like it?
When Jesse was playing it, I asked him who was playing, and he said Travis, and I go, oh yeah, that totally is Travis. And it was weird because I hadn't heard Travis in so long, and then when I did hear it, I kind of was like, okay, I used to like this band, and I still do like it, and I saw them live, and they were amazing actually live, and he just recently saw them live. And he
Web
said it was
theater or
great.
what?
Yeah, it was the Web Theater.
Julie was that one. No, sorry.
But I mean, I thought it was good. I was actually almost considering purchasing it, which was.
Let's hear it for James, who actually said more than about 5 words. Fist bump. Okay, Jonathan, what'd you think of it?
Yeah, I tell you, it's pretty good. I'm a big fan of Travis.
You are.
Yeah, I've never actually heard this record before.
You
Actually,
had
that's I haven't.
oh, yeah.
I'm gonna be kind of Debbie Downer here. I didn't really feel it very much. Sorry, try Dream Pop. Reminiscent of Radiohead with a little Muse in there, maybe. I don't know. I just didn't
not
feel.
even listening to the same album.
I just didn't feel it.
It sounds
that's
nothing like
that's
Radiohead.
honest. You guys know me. Straight talk with Uncle Brett. Straight talk, seriously. I don't know. It just didn't do anything for me. I apologize to everyone. I don't mean to offend anyone,
I
but
would
I just
say-
did not feel it.
Maybe it's a
It
grow on.
sounds-
Most Travis stuff is a
Yeah.
grows on.
I haven't liked the Man Who. I haven't really liked them. Period.
If you were to compare it to anybody, it would sound like the first Coldplay album, but
Okay, there we go.
it doesn't sound like the first Coldplay album. It doesn't sound like Radiohead, and it doesn't sound like Muse at all.
Vocally, it sounds like Tom York.
No.
Yes, it does.
His voice is.
But let's go
smoother
on.
than
Brent,
Tom
what did
York's.
you think?
I-
You agree with me?
I agree with you.
There we go.
Straight talk with Uncle Brett, real talk with Uncle Brett.
Yeah,
Because
see.
you guys are both like dudes with beards.
You have
beards. What is this?
That's
This
makes
is like
any sense.
this is like an indie rock band right here. Seriously. Okay.
I mean, it was just.
Muse is a poor choice.
I think Radiohead's a
I don't know.
choice.
I
didn't
thought.
see the
Okay,
video.
okay, guys. I may be out of line here, but it verged on adult contemporary to me.
No, okay,
Yes.
but that's
Brent.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
Brent's turn.
no.
No,
Brett,
yes. It's
Yes,
it's my
it's
turn.
adult contemporary.
Brent's holding
Okay.
the
I'll
stick.
give you that.
All I'm
Brent's
saying
holding the
is,
talking stick.
I'm as Brett Helm would say, it's not in my wheelhouse.
Yes.
I'm not a fan of Coldplay. I'm not a fan of Muse. I'm not a fan of Travis. Sorry.
Yeah, I just didn't feel it. I mean, I enjoyed.
If you like all those bands, you're gonna like this band, and that's good.
And that's the cool thing about.
That's what's good for.
That's the cool thing about this music club is we all bring things. We give it a try. This is what I like, and not everyone's gonna like it. As you guys know, James for the last forum, he hasn't liked hardly anything. You know what I mean? So now he's freaking out that I didn't like that, right? Am I right? Okay.
Real talk.
James, real talk. I'm gonna go Brett. James, do it. James is 2013, one of his favorite albums. All right, introduce it, please. Por favor.
I chose Keep Shelling in Athens. They're an Athens band, or from Greece.
Not Georgia, but actually Greece.
Yeah, from Greece. It's kind of dream pop, chill wave with female vocals. It's one of my top 10 favorite albums of the year. It's only released on vinyl.
Really? Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would be a CD sitting there.
It might have an MP3 thing, but I don't do MP3, so I don't really know. Yeah, if it was a CD, it would be a CD sitting there.
Go ahead. Hit the stir. Go ahead. Sorry.
I just hit it.
Jonathan, what'd you think of it?
I like the first track a lot. It
Yeah.
was pretty good, but a lot of the stuff sounded kind of like MA3, you know?
And that's not a good thing.
Well, I like MA3, but it sounded a lot
similar.
similar, yeah. It was kind of like, and they're just kind of writing it, but...
What's the name of it again?
Keep Shelling in Athens, the
Keep
Wolves.
Keep Shelling Athens. When it started out, I actually kind of liked it. Not kind of liked it.
He was texting and talking the whole entire time.
Did I text it all tonight? No, I didn't. That's ridiculous. You know, I keep it real straight talk, Uncle Brett. I'm always on the level. What's going on here? Seriously, I actually enjoyed that, but I thought, you know, and when we do these records, we usually just play one side, unless it's an EP and it's something short. But by the end of it, it just felt like it was just kept going on and on. Just my opinion. But I agree with Jonathan, as the first track, it grabbed me right away. So I think it does have some good merits, and I see why it's one of James' top 10 picks, because it was, I thought it was actually enjoyable. You know what I mean? So no offense there. I thought it was cool. Brent.
I liked it actually. I thought it was pretty kind of like something you can get into like a trance to, kind of melodic drone-y type of, you know, with female vocals. It's something you hear in Urban Outfitters, which I don't like about it, but I kind of do like that music.
Overpriced T-shirts.
I liked it though. I thought it was good. So I haven't heard it before, so it's
cool.
nice.
Jesse, what'd you think, Dream Pop Jesse?
I enjoyed it.
That was in your wheelhouse. That was definitely Jesse's
Pretty
wheelhouse.
much chose it for.
It was totally something I would go out and buy.
Do you think you might?
I think I would, yeah.
You have to pre-order it, or you have to order it, because...
Oh, Jesse orders a lot of stuff, so that's good.
Well, I mean,
he's out of control. He's out of control.
I would like to say that I haven't ordered anything in
2 days.
3 weeks.
No, you just ordered something last week.
You just bought something for Brent tonight.
Yeah,
you bought something for Brent
I said,
tonight.
you want me to order this for you? You said yes, so
Yeah.
I didn't have it sent to my front door.
Okay, that's
Well, I
okay.
mean, I can do that for you next time.
All right, Jonathan, one of your favorite albums of 2013.
So $4 medium now.
No way.
So I picked now from Jaco Gardner. He's on the Trouble of Mind label. He's from the Netherlands, and he does kind of like a kickback, you know, baroque psych pop. I really dig the record. It has a real kind of like left bank zombies type of vibe going on, but he's doing his own thing, even though just kind of how he has the same kind of that sound from that era. He's still doing his own thing with this record.
What album is that in his catalog?
This is his first record.
Debut.
Yeah.
And okay, first off, I have to say, out of the records that these guys played tonight, this was my favorite one. I think both Brent and I had a hard time believing that it was 2013 release. I asked him what year it was, and because I forgot that we were still on 2013. It definitely sounds authentic to the early 70s. The sound of the bass, I even commented that it reminded me of like Tony Visconti's bass tone on Bowie's Man Who Sold the World. It also had a bass tone. I'm sorry, bass is my main instrument, so my ears always hone into it. Electric Ladyland bass tone. I really actually enjoyed it. It reminded me of, I threw out some various other people, Mamas and Papas. I don't remember what other people that I said. Love, was it Love? Yeah, I really liked it. Brent.
Yeah, I mean, it reminded me of like things that came out of '67, '68 a lot. We weren't really paying attention to each other. We both asked the same question if it was 2013 or if it was a reissue from like back then. So it was really good though. I'd recommend it if you like that stuff.
Yeah, real analog sound. I think that's why it was
it's a solid record.
Yeah, yeah. Jesse, what'd you think?
Not to copy you guys, but actually same thing. I was actually questioning what year it was released originally, and so I actually was interested in also purchasing.
Yeah, Jonathan joined the music club with a bang here with this one, Yako Gardner. Cabinet of Curiosities, by the way. What'd you think, James? That look says it all. Next. Okay, so
I mean,
it's not something you bought.
well, no, it was okay. There's good, and then there's like the stuff that's underneath good, and it was like
And then there's no down here.
Okay,
Like,
next.
it was almost good for me personally, but I mean, I see the influences that they're talking about, and I do like the influences that they're talking about. It also kind of reminded me slightly of Brian Jonestown Massacre for a contemporary version of this, which I love. Brian Jonestown Massacre. There's a couple of songs that kind of like reminded me of it. I think it might be Puppets Dangling or something. The third track. And I had heard this previously.
Really?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I had heard it because when he pulled it out, I remember the cover and everything. And then as it started playing, I actually remembered why I never got it.
Whoa. And why is that?
Because of all this. Yeah, it was too good for me. I just don't like things that are good. No, it was just that.
We know that.
It was just that.
You guys know that from watching these.
I guess.
Well, no, I like stuff that sounds old. I mean, like, for me personally, I like stuff that's 78 and over.
1978?
Yeah.
Okay, weird.
I seem to find that stuff that was 78 and influenced from that stuff and upwards.
Intriguing.
I enjoy the most out of everything. So that's you guys can write that on my Wikipedia page or whatever. But
That'll be
but yeah,
in 2040. Okay.
So
no, that's good. I appreciate it. Like,
but I mean,
you guys are all in shock that he's actually talking. So no, it's good.
That's cool.
Like I said, I'm gonna just reiterate it. Out of everything that everyone brought, this was my for 2013, bar my own release. The what I brought, I really like that one the most. So, as we talked about in the intro, our second record was a White Elephant gift, which a lot of us didn't even quite understand what James Todd here had the rules all mapped out. So what we had to do was we had to buy a record that was $10 or under, but not a crap record.
Yeah, no Elvises, no Harvey Danger.
No, it had to have been a solid record. Not everyone got the message, but so what we did is we wrapped our record and then we did this random thing. We drew numbers. Who would go? We drew numbers. Who would pick the record? And then that record, and then you could do this thing where you could steal the record, which that actually never happened. Everyone just took and kept what they got. No one wanted James, but we ended up. Then that was the second record that we played. So I didn't for sale. Audra tote bags.
His band.
Yeah, his band designed. So, we're just gonna go in order here, but I did not draw first. I think I drew last, so I got choice. I ended up getting. This was a record that Jonathan actually had contributed to the White Elephant, and I'll tell you, except for maybe the records. All ended up, I think, going to where they should have been because you will see, because I ended up getting Low and Dirty 3 here. I was so excited to get this one. I was about to take the record that Jess Dream Pop got, but I ended up going for the wrapped final record, and I'm so glad I did. This is the In the Fish Tank 7. It's a collaboration between Low and Dirty 3, original pressing, and I passed this up on. I'm a huge Low fan. You guys watch my videos, you know this. I passed this original up so many times, didn't get it, then it went out of print, then it was reissued on Record Store Day, etc., etc. So it ended up being now in my hands, and I'm so happy to have this. And this is Low, the Duluth slowcore band. James is talking and doing stuff over me here. Yeah, so very excited to have this. Warren Ellis from Nick Cave's band, and yeah, cool. Very excited to have that. So thank you first off, Jonathan, for that. What'd you think, Brent?
It's good. I like that band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dream Pop. Yeah, no, we're as much as
I
this.
really enjoy Low. I mean, me and you saw Low in 2005 one night.
That was.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
What a night, I'll tell you. Jesse was like, I don't know, he ended up in the state pen. It was just crazy. Anyways, James, what'd you think?
I like it. I like Low.
I saw them in 95 or so.
I have a funny story about me seeing them as well. I saw them in 2003, but I actually didn't end up seeing them. They were playing in, I used to live in Kansas City, and they were playing in the West Bottoms, and it was raining and it was pouring, and I was playing in a venue that had just started, that was an old art space, and it was pouring, and for some strange reason I never ended up making it to it, but the other people that I was with ended up making it to the show. But I don't remember what happened. But I always was kicking myself because I never really got to see them. But I think, yeah. But I liked it. I mean, it was funny too because like I used to listen to Low when I would go to sleep, and it was Brent looked at me and he was like, "Are you tired?" Or maybe it was Jesse.
No, it was me.
Yeah, and
You were
I was
sad.
like,
Yeah, we thought you were sad.
I was
James was sad
We thought you were sad. You were.
It was because
I
I
was
think
sad because
it
of
was
the White
kind of-
Elephant records he received.
He was
Yeah.
pouting.
I think it was kind of making me feel like I needed to be sleeping, but that's not a bad thing. That's actually a
No.
good thing. It was like,
A lot of people like to sleep.
It was
I
so
don't.
funny.
I enjoy the process of being awake and doing things. A lot of people enjoy sleeping. They live to sleep. I don't.
I like sleeping. I like living.
Jonathan, you
Yeah,
bought.
I've
Yeah.
enjoyed it for many years. I'm glad it's passed it along to you.
It went
Enjoyed
to
for
like
many
I said, it was
years,
the
yeah.
right person. So Jonathan,
It's a cool collaboration.
yeah,
Very low.
it's
I think
really
it was
pretty.
recorded in only a couple days too.
Yeah, it's
So,
I'm
stuff.
super excited. It's one of the very few gaps I have in my low vinyl collection, and it's just so great that actually was one of the gifts that was put out there tonight. So I'm very happy to get it. All right, Brent, what did you get?
Alright, I got the best Charles Mingus.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And who put that out there?
Brett, no. Yeah, no, there's a couple of jazz genres that I really enjoy, and this is one of them. So.
Yeah, first off, why I want to put out there why I got rid of this. Number one is I wanted to. We have at Music Club we haven't played a jazz record, so I thought there was a couple people that would really appreciate this record, and I thought it'd be nice to put on a jazz record because you know what I mean, because of normally what we're playing. So I'm really happy Brent got it because I know he'll really appreciate this, and it was great playing it because it also inspired you to pick out another record. Why don't you show? Do you have the other one out?
Yeah. So, as I was saying, there's two genres I really like, and the funk fusion stuff is the other genre I like. So, as we were listening to this, they were asking me, what kind of jazz I was into. So, they were asking me for artists, and I put out on the Ray Bryant Up Above the Rock, and the first track on this is it's called self-titled It's Up Above the Rock, and it's awesome.
Immediate groove.
It's awesome.
Grady Tate on drums. My old friend Brian Bergolson, if you're watching this, Grady Tate on drums and Ron Carter on bass. It was great. It was immediate. It kicked in there with this, groove right away. It was cool.
So breaks and killer breaks on it.
Yeah.
If you get a Ray Bryant record, this is the one to get.
Yeah, it was excellent. And the condition on this one is spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
So. I definitely enjoyed it. I think Jonathan enjoyed it, but
fire, man.
so this was really cool, Ray Bryant. But let's get back, Jesse. What'd you think of the best of Charles Mingus? Did you like it, Brian? First off,
Yeah.
you-
I have a bunch of Mingus. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
So,
I really enjoyed it. It's definitely right in there with like some of the Stan Getz stuff that I really like. I would listen to it,
Yeah, James Todd. Are you a jazz fan? First off, do you really listen to any jazz?
That's a no.
Okay.
Not really. But I mean, like, I've I like jazz live. Being from Kansas City, there's a lot of live jazz out there.
You guys
And I
also
do
apparently make a good barbecue sauce, from
Yeah,
what I
that makes
understand.
sense.
But you guys use a lot of...
I don't know.
I don't know what it is. I'm vegan, so I don't even
Yeah.
know. I just
I've
know
never
that from
tried it.
shows I've watched on
But
TV.
we got a lot of cool barbecue places.
Cooking shows.
Yeah, these were
we do.
horseradish or I don't know, Yiddish. I don't
Yeah.
know.
But I mean, but like listening to jazz, I'm not always
Virgos.
completely about it. So I mean,
Me and Ray were here.
Virgos
Those are
and
right.
cooking shows.
Yeah, I know.
but the weird thing is that it's the best of Charles Mingus, but yet there's only 5 songs. So it kind of sucks for him to have a best.
Because
of
it's
the
not
last.
CD. If there's CDs, it would be 10 disc box sets. Fine.
Well,
Okay, Jonathan.
I
Charles
really
Mingus.
like this. I like that they represent the album, which is one of my favorite Mingus.
Which
records.
album again?
Album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which track was from that? Was it
So
Wednesday? Prayer Meeting?
Wednesday night prayer meeting, which is just classic. Yeah.
I think jazz records are intended to be heard on, to be listened to on vinyl.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That headroom that you hear, because the instrumentation is so minimal, you hear all this depth and space between instruments because they're so minimal. Usually they're one take recordings, and you really hear that just space. And the second we put that on, we were playing it, I hear that, and it's just, I love the sound of those records from that era. Anyway, so yeah. So
I've heard that Charles Mingus was kind of a perfectionist,
Yeah.
and that he was kind of a real jerk
Yeah.
to his fellow musicians,
Mhm.
which I think made his music better. Because
Intriguing.
it pushed them.
Push them harder, huh?
I mean, that's the rumor.
Nice.
Heard. It's like, God.
So, I don't think that name should be mentioned with Charles Mingus. Dream Pop. Okay, Dream Pop, what'd you get?
I actually got this is Anaconda.
This was the record I almost took, but I ended up getting a low one. So,
That's good.
you got this from who?
I got this from James. I really enjoyed it, definitely. I mean,
What label
I've
is this
been
one?
checking her out. Domino.
Yeah.
Domino, that's right.
Friends, Ferdinand, a lot of those other
Austra's
bands.
on Domino.
Austra's on there. Definitely.
Female singer guitarist. How would you describe her sound?
PJ Harvey.
Kind of
sounded-
PJ Harvey-ish, a little bit.
Okay. James, why'd you bought this for tonight? You already have this in your collection, correct?
Let's see.
Yeah, I have this on CD. As they keep on saying.
Yeah, as
I'm a really-
Brent's, you know,
I-
Barry from
I'm a really
High
big
Fidelity.
CD collector. I have a ton of CDs.
Next music club's at James's house, by the way.
And,
But you know,
But and this was one of my top favorite albums of 2011.
2010 was there?
I thought it was 2010, but it's
Is
2011.
it 2011?
And this was actually the PJ Harvey Let England Shake, I believe came out the same year that this album came out. And this was my PJ Harvey album, whereas Let
What does that
England
mean?
Shake was not my PJ Harvey album.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I didn't like that album at all.
Okay. So you
And
liked it
this
better
one
than
was
okay.
The
What did it
PJ
rank, do
Harvey
you
album
remember?
that I did.
It wasn't number one, was it?
No, this was in the top 10 though.
Okay.
I really, really enjoyed this album when it came out, and I really, really enjoyed. She actually came out with a new one a couple
This
of
year?
months ago. This year, that's really, really good too. But I still like this one. I think a little bit more.
Jonathan, what'd you think?
I liked it a lot. Yeah, I never actually heard her before,
Mm.
but she's pretty good. Yeah.
Hold on. But I was actually bringing this one in so that hopefully Brett would
Yeah.
pick it because we had actually had a conversation
Yeah,
about Anna
just
Kelby
on James.
earlier on
On
my
Ja-
birthday.
James's birthday
My
was
birthday.
this past Sunday, December 8th. Darby crashed John Lennon. And
Dimebag Daryl.
Dimebag Daryl. And so we were talking about her new album, and I remember back when this came out, both James and my friend Sarah Query, who always contributes, a really good friend of mine, who always contributes a best of the year list to my blog. This was also on her list for that year as well, and so I remember I checking it out right after that list came out, and I liked it, and I was so super torn because this was already opened for the pick, but then there was this record that was unwrapped there that Jonathan brought, and my decisive nature was thinking, Jonathan's first music club, he came in with a gem. I know that's a rap gem there. It's not going to be The Shaman or something like that. So I decided, or Big Country. I decided to go.
No Nelly Furtado.
Nelly Furtado. I decided to go with Unwrapped It, and I got low, and I was really happy. But Jesse, I think these records all went to the right person. So, anyways, that's what Jesse got. So, James, what did you get?
I was not the right person.
Yeah, James actually got a gift pack.
Yeah,
There's multiple records in there.
I did.
3 for 5.
Yeah. So I was the first one to pick. It was my idea to do this. I told everybody to make sure not to like have any Elvises, no Harvey Dangers, and no Milli Vanilli. I say I like Elvis. That's not against Elvis. It's just that
We wanted to give something that was,
that was
a
something
little more cutting edge.
exactly something that
Quality.
people don't already have.
Maybe
Something
you
that
didn't
nobody
single
knows.
out.
There was a $10 limit.
So
One
anyways,
record.
so I picked mine first going in,
Okay,
and I
Jesse,
picked
don't worry.
mine. I picked Jesse's choice that he brought.
You're an avid
He's not a very good person, and so
Whoa.
Below the belt.
Let's get it going. We got cameras rolling.
and so he thought it would be funny to give me Nelly Furtado, Promiscuous Girl. Oh wait, what's this?
Big Country.
Big Country.
3 for 5.
Which had In a Big Country, which was one of their big singles.
Yeah.
Which I was kind of mad that I got this, and I was very upset. And they were making fun of me, which is all due and stuff. But
Typical.
I was hoping that, because I gave away the Anna Calvi one, which I actually kind of wanted to keep, but I
You
was
thought you were going to get something good in return.
I did think I was going to get something good in return. Especially because I
Not that
spent
that's
some hard...
horrible, but you were
No.
thinking you get some of equal value.
Exactly,
on
because
it.
I spent some hard-earned working
Yeah.
dollars on that stuff.
He works
And
on the
then
railroad.
I get this, but not just this. I also get
Here it comes.
Nelly Furtado, Shaman, and I don't even know what this is. Destination. I don't know.
Rhythm is an answer.
It should have been Milli Vanilli. That's all I gotta say is it should have been Milli Vanilli. Or Harvey Danger, because at least I would be able to like play those songs. So then
Why?
It's good though.
At least it has a psychedelic cover that you can you can frame
it's an
that.
ugly
You
90s glow
can,
stick.
you can like glow stick.
you can color that in.
Glow sticking.
Use some black lights around it.
Yeah, velvet.
Come on.
You can make a velvet poster out of
If
it.
it was blue like this, it would be just as good as the new My Bloody Valentine cover.
What? Okay.
Yeah, because the new My
So
Bloody
then
Valentine
he threw an extra
So then-
bone at you.
So then
This
Jesse,
is where it gets good.
So then Jesse saw the tears that were coming from my face.
He intended to keep this one for himself, but since you were devastated and
Yes.
you were having no fun, you were sitting on the couch like
Pouting.
pouting, really, and it was
Yeah.
like I said to Brent, the night's over for James. Jesse then
That's
had
like
this
a word.
record he bought while we drove here on the way. We stopped at the record store and he bought this record for himself, but he decided to give it to James.
So then
He gave it to
me
Auntie, which is phenomenal.
The
I
best
love
of
the
the
best.
BGs.
I love this with all sincerity.
I would like to say that myself and Brett own this record in our personal collection.
I have 2 copies of that. I love the
Yeah.
early Bee Gees, the folk, baroque pop.
which still slightly
There it
bummed
goes.
me out. So then,
So Brett's for the bone.
so
And this made it okay. Go ahead. Here's what made it okay, guys. Bring it, James. This is what evened it all up. Go ahead.
because then I was like, all right, well at least I got my money's worth now, because at least this could kind of add up to be the same amount of money.
Go
as
ahead,
I
bring
spent.
it. Please, hurry up.
Jesse's. So then Brent gave me this Apple picture disc, which I don't know if I'm gonna like it. At least
But financially even it up. Because that's what 50s.
but at least there's like 4 things, whereas they all just got 1. And
So yeah, quantity over quality. Okay, so we listened to Big Country. Jonathan, what'd you think? The Crossing, their debut album from 1983, Stuart Adamson, formerly of the Skids. Bring it. What'd you
That was good. I don't got an opinion on it, man.
think? No opinion?
The same thing.
A lot of people love this album. Tonight, it wasn't working.
I didn't.
And I don't mind the big country, but it's not what I was expecting for tonight. Brent,
It's a little rough.
okay, Dream Pop, you bought it. Why'd you bring that one?
Yeah,
back?
walk us through your
Walk-
thought process for the 3 for 5.
Processes.
One on the list of no buys. It specifically said.
What? Or things like nature, it said.
I know. It's
Harvey danger.
Yeah.
Is it
It's a 10. So how much was that?
Each of those was $4.
You've overpaid. But it was a $10 round. Anyways, Dream Pop bent the rules tonight. Anyways, James was devastated. Seriously, we had therapy. He just gave him a back rub to help relieve the tension that he got from the stress. Anyways, let's get these off the easel. Get that apple one out of here. Okay, Jonathan, what did you end up getting?
Oh man.
Well,
So
yeah,
Okay, you wanna get
yeah. Let me show.
Okay,
So
yeah.
Jonathan got this in a box.
Which is kind of crappy too.
Yeah.
The Bears, the
What?
Super Bowl Shuffle, circa end of 1985, 1986. For those of you guys that don't know, I grew up in Chicago. Huge Bears fan. The Bears won the Super Bowl on January 26, 1986, over the New England Patriots. I stayed home from school. It was our parents. We all took the day off. Anyways, I know this by heart. When this started up, we played it. I sang along with it. I did a little interpretive dance. I love this. That's what Jonathan got from Brent. But he was thinking that I was going to get this because he knew that I wanted this because I only have the VHS of it.
Well, hold on.
You go ahead.
Okay, so this was kind of a joke one because I was actually thinking that I would put this record in the actual one I was gonna do, and then vice versa.
Oh, yeah.
And that's kind of what I was thinking, but I got home kind of late, so I was like, I'm just gonna throw this in here. And then I had a stack of records that I got today, and I was like, oh, look at all this stuff I got, and I just had it out. And so I was like, okay, well, either Brett's gonna grab this, or because he loves this, or somebody else is gonna be like, what the hell did I just get?
Yeah, exactly.
He came in with an extra and whatever.
So Jonathan got it, but then Brent, when he realized that Jonathan got it, and Jonathan had this look of utter confusion.
Oh no, I didn't realize whoever got this was also gonna get the other. I just was.
But he didn't know that.
Right, no one knew
He
that.
was holding this.
Yeah.
And then.
Because I had the stack.
So Jonathan gave this to me because this went to the rightful owner, and this is what Jonathan really got from Brent.
This is album from this band called Dust on Myrrh Records, Waco label. What was it? Came out in 1970.
What a cookout.
That's the title of the cookout. Or
No.
that's the label.
I thought it was some title.
What's myrrh? What's myrrh?
No.
That's a label that they're
Waco.
on.
What a cookout.
Oh.
You gotta live there.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
I
no.
got it.
Oh, okay.
I got it. That's it.
Wait, what's it called? Wiener?
But I never actually heard this record before until.
What? Never mind.
Keep going. Let's
Okay,
bring
I
it.
never actually heard this
We're
record until
15 minutes
tonight,
by
but
now.
it's pretty cool. It has this cool late 60s, early 70s AM radio type of pops sound, makes it psychedelic. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think
it's right in my alley. I like
that
it a
A little
lot. Yeah.
funk in it.
I think the record went to the right person.
Yeah.
My memory of this is I think this is all in the midst of when James was going and telling that story about the basement of his house and some girl and some guy and some, I don't know, we were discussing stuff. So my memory of it isn't really very vivid. So actually, I don't even have an opinion because I don't have much of a memory of it. Brent, go ahead, you bought it.
Yeah, no, this is a great album. You don't see it very often. It's got it's kind of like psych with some funk and some great record. I mean, most of those psych bands out of Texas, pretty solid. Can't really go wrong.
Jesse, Dream Pop, what'd you think? Honestly, did you even listen to this one?
Well,
Or were you texting?
okay,
Sexting.
Okay, sorry, inappropriate.
Inappropriate, sorry guys. Sorry for those of you guys watching.
I was trying to listen to it and I didn't catch what I heard. It was pretty cool. It was pretty psychedelic, but then it kind of delved into James's story about being in a basement.
Yeah, you know what I mean. That's all when I look at this cover, I think of James in a basement.
Yeah, it was a little distracting.
It was.
To hear about James's horror story about things we can't talk about.
Yeah, no, it's inappropriate to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, I think that was.
Well, what about me? What did I think?
What do you think?
Go ahead.
I don't
You
like
didn't
it.
listen. See, I didn't want to get that on camera because I knew that was going to make James wants to get his stink on it. Okay, so like I said, I think that went to the right person. I think Jonathan is. It's a cool record. That was our 2-record theme, but in addition to that, this was Jonathan's first time part of the music club, and he actually brought some what we call VCLT here in the vinyl community, which is Vinyl Community Love Train, which are just basically gifts. And he was really kind to wrap an individual gift for each of us that was completely appropriate and well researched and extremely grateful. And thank you, Jonathan. He got me a sealed 10-inch of Concrete Blonde's Jonestown from 1993. It has a cover of Simple Twist of Fate, which is a Bob Dylan song, I think off Blood on the Tracks, right? Great. He didn't even know this, but I've gotten to actually play with Jeanette Napolitano from Concrete Blonde. And so this was a super appropriate, and I'm a huge fan, and this is going to be a really treasured part of my collection, so thank you, Jonathan. What did he get you?
I got Meat Puppets.
Phoenix represent.
Monsters.
Bro.
1989.
Yeah. Look at that back cover. Show that back
Now
cover.
look at that.
Yeah.
Phoenix history right
Yeah,
Oh,
that's Phoenix history right here.
I mean, I remember. I kind of remember like
in Houston.
the late 80s, early 90s. You know, this whole thing.
No, I'm there.
It's great.
You never even come
great.
across those records.
No.
So it's still in the shrink, still with the price
One I
tag.
didn't have, so it's awesome. Thank you.
Excellent. Jesse, what Jonathan gave you?
This one?
Show up.
This is fragments from Work in
Easel.
Progress. This actually has Big Pink and Blonde Redhead. A couple bands I really like.
A comp from 480 record label.
Yeah.
Very well researched.
Exclusive from 2010.
Yeah.
This is cool. I didn't even know this existed, and I've shot videos on 480.
It's a release.
It was a record store release?
Yeah.
Really cool. Went to the right person, I think. Jesse's a huge Big Pink fan.
Yeah, and if you think it's going to make it already had it.
I really like the Big Pink as well. So that was a great. What'd you think of that, Jesse? Were you happy to get that?
I was.
Yeah.
That was very sweet. It's
You
very well researched.
There was a lone, slowly gravitational pull tear that ran down Jesse's face as he reviewed that record. Okay, James, tell me what you get.
I'm a really big Prince fan.
Freddie Prinze Jr. She's all that. He was so great. Go ahead.
Just like smoke. If you like Afghan Wigs, there's an Afghan Wig song that's in there.
In Prince?
No. And,
Okay, show your record.
she's all that.
That was my line. Okay, what'd you get?
So, I forgot what I was talking about. So, I really like Prince, so he got me 12-inch of Purple Rain.
Rad.
That's with the B-side God. And it's purple. Purple.
This is perfect. You guys don't even know how much James loved Prince because he just spent, I think, $1,200. He just saw Prince. He spent about
$600.
Whoa. Half. Yeah, seriously.
But
And-
I mean, I was like as close as I am to the camera right now to him. Like I could see wrinkles on his face. I could see him smiling. I could see down his throat. He was so happy.
Back in 2009, when my band Audra, we did our album release party for Everything Changes.
Oh yeah, he did.
James' band, The Trembulance, they were one of the opening acts along with Jatan.
Yeah.
And we performed the album in its entirety, and we did a 3-song encore of older songs. And then the very last song we did a cover of Purple Rain.
And it was
And
amazing.
James came running out. You just saw him like seriously like a wild bison. He came running out to run in front of it when he heard that guitar intro, and it was out of control. And by the end of the show, he didn't have any clothes on. Jonathan. So Jonathan got us those. Once again, on behalf of all of us, thank you for all those. Those were incredibly generous of you.
You should get this one for 50 cents.
No, I actually paid.
So,
$10 for that.
Brent, I gave Brent some VCLT because if you guys follow him on Facebook, he gave me that Medusa record. So I reciprocated with some VCLT here.
Yeah, I got Flamin' Groovy's Shake Some Action. Was the one I didn't have. So, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Dream Pop, did you get anything else tonight? Didn't you get something from Brent?
I got this from Bring. It's Pulp demos from 81 to 84.
Can you believe that band has been around since that long? That's crazy.
Yeah. It's got a
I like the
silkscreen-
early Pulp stuff.
Silkscreen sleeve.
It was really fun. All the old Pulp stuff, like Jarvis in an interview said, don't dig too deep back. You might not like what you hear. But a lot of it actually is enjoyable, so I don't know why.
Oh, you're a
he's
huge
pushing
fan,
it.
and
Huge fan.
Jesse was so super excited in the car drive here. Dream Pop drove tonight, and the whole time, all I heard for a half an hour was, "I can't wait to get that Pulp record. I can't wait to get that Pulp record." It was like, seriously, I said, can I just tape record your voice and play it back over and over again so I don't have to listen to you say it? Anyways, so that's what happened.
Wait, when he came in, he walked over to the record
Where's my Pulp record?
and he was like looking. I was like, I know what you're looking for.
Yeah, he was like climbing on it. Anyways, and then I saw some
You got
autograph.
one.
What was that autograph?
Oh yeah, so what I got was this Travis
What?
CD.
That's-
Wait,
It's autographed by the band.
By the guys from Radiohead.
Yeah, by the guys from Radiohead. To Jesse.
Chest.
Yeah, we liked my chest. Because it was so amazing.
So that's Dream Pops.
He's got one more here.
Okay.
That's smart.
That's Jesse's autographed Travis CD. But Jesse got another thing from
I
Brad.
got the Zombies Begin Here from Brains.
That's good stuff right there.
This is the UK cover, original UK cover.
So
It's nice.
I prefer.
Very
it
cool.
to be in
Unopened. I'm looking forward to hearing that.
my-
James, did you have anything else?
Oh, I brought another album because I didn't know which one that I wanted to play for 2013. So I brought, if I can get it out. I already
Long White Beard. I'm growing a long white beard here while he's getting that out.
I brought the new Eris album, and it's really good. It's also part of my top 10. They used to be in apps. They're actually, it's kind of a long story, but I won't explain it. But
Thanks.
if you want to listen to it, you should check it out. It's really good.
I actually I listened to half of this record today and it was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it's
Really?
dark, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind of just like
Very dark and it's got lots of
abstract and just
abstract
like.
soundscapes.
Really? So it's nothing like the White Stripes because the cover makes me think of the White Stripes.
No, that's not
Yeah,
the
right,
White
it's
Stripes.
Okay.
They're, it's really good.
Oh.
Two dudes that one used to live in Connecticut and now he lives in Brooklyn, and yeah, and his old band Apps was really good, really good.
Cool. We never got to hear that tonight. Jonathan, did you have anything else?
I brought over one of my favorite reissues of 2013, the Rocky
Sure.
Erickson
Show
Evil Ones. It's
We won't
right
show
there.
it. Rocky
Yeah,
Erickson. Which album was it for?
It's the Evil One.
You were one good thing we were talking about that
Riding
is
Act Records.
how that is how records should be priced. It's a reissue. It's a double with
It's
an
a double
etching.
with the etching on
And
it.
how much
It's
was
like- It was $20.
$20. That's what new records should
Yeah.
even a single release should never be more than 20, and that's a double. That's 20. So. Anyways, I think that's it. Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. This was Saturday Night Music Club number 5. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna have links for all these guys' channels down in the description box. Good times.
See you next year.
Yeah, 2014. What's up?
2014.
2014 AD in his house. Woo-hoo.
Peace.